like this, because first it was Solyndra, now Beacon Power's filed for bankruptcy after getting a guarantee loan from the government. And our next guest says these are just the tip of the iceberg, and it all boils down to crony capitalism. Joining us now is Tom Borelli, director of the National Center for Public Policy Research Free Enterprise Project. Tom, we talk about this notion of crony capitalism. Explain specifically, though, why these green projects are really beginning to fail miserably.
Well, there's a number of things going on. First of all, President Obama dumped billions and billions of dollars into clean energy. And now we're starting to see these clean energy companies go under because a lot of the energy is not prime for prime time. It's not set. The big issue that really happened is when cap and trade failed as a legislative proposition to boost fossil fuel prices so that green energy could be equal. When that didn't happen, these companies can't compete. And it's an artificial market. It's command and control. Now it's crony capitalism because a lot of Obama's or many of Obama's advisors are getting money. For example, one of his jobs panel advisor, John Doerr, he's the billionaire venture capitalist. He's Al Gore's business partner in his venture capital firm. They backed Fisker Automotive. Fisker Automotive got a $500 million loan to make the cars, and they're making cars in Finland.
Yeah, but just because they get a loan, Tom, I got to take you to task here.
Sure.
I mean, Kleiner Perkins is one of the most prestigious and biggest venture capitalist firms in the world. We don't know how these people get compensated. A lot of times what these VC and PE firms do is they take the profits and losses from all of their investments, and they can end up netting it out, and they spread it over 20 people. To say that John Doerr and Al Gore alone are profiting, we don't know that for certain. And it's Kleiner Perkins. I mean, should Kleiner Perkins stop investing in Facebook and these green energy companies? This is what VC
John Doerr
companies
shouldn't be
do.
he should not be on a jobs panel then recommending more money going to green energy when green energy is failing. Look, Fisker's car is a $97,000 sports car that has been sold to Leonardo DiCaprio. This is what's really going on. Our tax dollars are going to the government, and we're backing these venture capital investments.
But this is also how business works, though. This is how business works to some extent. I mean, business gets done at dinner parties and cocktail parties and through networks.
This is what's going to happen. When the companies go bankrupt like they did with Solyndra, taxpayers lose. If Fisker makes money, taxpayers are going to make any money, but the billionaires keep getting richer. That's why the Occupy Wall Street people should be at John Doerr's organization and not in Wall Street, because it's crony capitalism. He shouldn't be part of Obama's jobs
I think that we
panel.
can find a lot of examples of crony capitalism that exists beyond and before this administration. I mean, to say that you take out... Okay, so what is your proposal for how the government should be involved in green energy?
Government should be out of the way. It should be a free market. It shouldn't be billions dumped into Solyndra.
But didn't the government have involvement in nuclear power and developing this coal and nat gas industry? I mean, should the government be getting out of it?
Can you please tell me what our national debt is? We can't afford these green programs anymore. It's outrageous. Bankruptcy after bankruptcy.
I'm going to let Charles here speak. I don't mean to take
I'm having
this
a great
over
time. No, that's okay. But the thing is, I guess, is that you do believe that there is room for clean energy, but you think it should be done outside of...
You can't force a market. We should know that as being capitalist. All the money that's going into green, where are the jobs? They promised us jobs. Now we're seeing bankruptcies. And the darker side of all this, at the same time, Obama, since he didn't get cap and trade, he's raising fossil fuel prices by adding EPA regulations on coal. There's over 50 coal power plants that are going to go offline. And where are you going to charge these cars from?
I do worry about
where's
the
the
notion...
energy going to come from?
Of course, that's sort of a next step in the generation process. But, you know,
You do have to worry about the notion of pushing up gas prices on the average American just so that the other thing looks more attractive.
It's a big vice. On one hand, they're raising energy prices, which, you know, they're talking about power shortages on the electric grid. Where's Leonardo DiCaprio?
Don't talk to him about
power
outages. He doesn't have any electricity in his home right now.
Tom Borelli, you have been
absolutely
absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to watch you and Shibani go at it again next time.
Anytime.
Well, coming up.